The Science of Spirituality. Just to put this on the context, my background is an engineer. I have a master's honors in electronic engineering. I've written thesis, done many experiments. I've written articles and also read many articles and white papers and so on. So I'm very aware of the scientific process. And what really caught me off guard was just how scientific this science of self-awareness that yoga and meditation offers is. Like for example, when one is to read the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, it starts at the top with the hypothesis, what the experiment is about, stating Yoga, Chitta, Vritti, Nirodha. Yoga, Chitta, mind, Vritti, fluctuations, Nirodha, cessation of. So yoga is the practice of calming the mind. Then it goes on to say Tada Drashtu Swarupe Vashtanam, which means when the mind is calm, you see things as they really are. Then it goes on to give you the how to conduct the experiment, the 8 steps on how to calm the mind. Then goes on to give you a section on the results, and finally a section on the summary and conclusion, just like a scientific paper. Another scientist, for example, the Buddha, again is very secular, very rational, very clear and very concise, starting with what I call the 4 noble truths. First noble truth, in life there is suffering. Second noble truth, there is a cause for that suffering. Third noble truth, there is a way to remove that cause. And fourth noble truth, when that cause is removed, the suffering goes away. Very much like a medical condition. If somebody is sick, they go to doctor, there's a cause for that sickness, there's a way to remove that sickness, and once that sickness is removed, you're back to being healthy again. Again, so clear, so scientific. And to put it in a very brief way, the cause for suffering being our addiction to sensations, and our suffering comes from negative sensations in the body, and the way to come out of it is to develop a mental quality called equanimity, which is balance of mind. It's a mental training. And as one starts to explore this realm, you start to realize these are like very high-level scientists at the realms of Einstein and Tesla and so on. Now, once you put in gods and goddesses and afterlife, before life, astral traveling, levels of heaven and hell, these are things I can't comment on. I've not experienced them, but just at the level of what they taught, it's extremely clear and scientific. This is really about seeking to be more human, not about seeking to be divine or something extra special, but just to really go deep into the human condition and find out what we're really about. And it so happens that when we go so deep, there's a sudden realization of our real self, which can be called divine. So it's much more about being more human than being divine. So I wish us awesome experiments, because that's the only way to get there. All these videos and books and theories like that, they can serve to inform, inspire, become curious. Yet if you don't do the experiment, there's no way to have that kind of depth of understanding. So let's have an awesome experiment, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Much love.